Hey everybody, I hope you are doing well. I'm Afefe with Touch by Tarot. I'm here to do a pick a card reading. Gonna be a little different, little twist Spirit gave me, but we'll go with it. I hope you like it. Pick a card reading on this full moon in Leo. In meditation, they said it's time to heal the heart and light our fires, okay? Keeping in mind astrologically, for those of us, us enthusiasts, we know that we are now officially in Pluto and Aquarius. It's going to revert back to Capricorn at some point later in the year and then come back into Aquarius and stay there until 2043. So lots of changes on the horizon for us, you all around us, but especially within us as well. And that's my teaching, that's my focus, that's my practice. So want to let you know how Spirit had me do it this time. I go with what they tell me. So this time, you all, I have in my hand a select number of cards. I think it's going. I hope if I was in Spirit, it should come out to about. I'm going to do 3 piles. It should be a roughly. 10 or 11 cards per pile. We'll see as they come down. I don't have the piles done yet. I just have this in front of me because I've had it in with a candle and doing prayers over it, just really asking that this message for you all, how to heal your heart, how to light your fire. All right, this full moon in Leo, we know full moons in general are a time of fullness. It is a time of where everything you've been working on, or emotional development, personal growth, etc., there's an extra added oomph to it during a full moon, right? The moon is illuminating everything. So psychic development, emotional development, healing, okay? A lot of that. Leo represents, ruled by the sun, but represents the heart. It rules the heart region. So we think about pride, we think about love, we think about there's 2 cards that I pulled, 2 leader cards that I pulled for you to think about going into this reading from. Somebody's going to ask me. I've got the Moonology Manifestation deck, and then I also have the first Moonology deck that came out. All right, because somebody's going to ask. So the 2 cards that refer to the full moon in Leo from those decks, check it out. One says go wild. Go wild, right? Because full moon, woo, howling at the moon, go wild, but also Leo ruled by the lion. Taking rulership, owning yourself, owning your life, owning your goals, your desires for what kind of life you want to live. Leo does not hesitate to shine and stand up and be seen, and utilize the gifts that you're given. Also, loving to play, loving to be creative. It is ruled by the 5th house. So there's a lot of creativity. There's a lot of joy, a lot of laughter. Sometimes even grown, older, 60s, 70s, 50s, whatever, can be very playful when you're in that Leo energy. So think about that. And we also have here from the other deck, don't let pride get in your way. Ooh. All right, talk about pride, because sometimes with a Leo ruled energy, there can be, very prideful, but prideful not so much always relating to ego or having too much pride, but also sometimes our pride can get in the way of our ability to say, hey, I need help. Hey, you got a minute to talk? Hey, I see my coffee is steaming. I can see the steam coming up on the side of the camera there. Let me take a sip and move it away a little bit. I didn't want that to be too distracting for us. So this is, thinking about pride also in terms of sometimes it is okay for us to humble ourselves and say, I need help, even in working with our spirit guides. I need help. I need, I need something more, bring it to me, Spirit. All right. Heal the heart, light your fire. That's where we're going in this reading. All right. Having said that, at the end, I've got some crystals that I'm gonna give you from some decks that I pulled. Thinking about too, when you're talking about Leo, you're talking about this energy, capitalizing off of it. Wear your citrine, get your carnelian, your citrine, get your yellow stones out. This is tan, but it's kind of shiny. It's got that bronze, and I got my sun earrings on. Okay, my hair is just, that's what I'm doing these days. All right. And I do have Spirit of saying, go ahead and show it to you. I was going to save it to the end. Nice big chunk of citrine. And this one is darker. Citrine can typically come in those, lighter orange, yellowy or golden kind of colors. But this one is a deeper citrine. This raw citrine comes deeper. So, be open, be flexible to the colors. And also, finally, think about your candle work this during this full moon, you all. Leo, fiery energy, passion, igniting your soul, igniting your passion, remembering to take care of yourself, to renew your vitality, to tap into those things that motivate you. If you've been feeling blah, what is it that you still want to do? Are there places you want to go? Are there hobbies you want to pursue? Are there classes you still want to take? Do you want to dance a little bit? What does that do? That warms up your body. That warms up your essence. That gets, and then what does that do? It gets that oxygen to the brain, and you start having ideas and things. So a beautiful, if anyone's interested, one of my clients makes these incredible candles. I'm sorry for that backlight there, but this one is Oshun. Oshun being an African goddess of love and fertility and passion, all right? And so I was like, oh, how perfect. I saw the gold. Like, she just does a phenomenal job, puts the herbs in there, and you can even see all the herbs that are down in that candle. So if anybody's interested, drop me a note, and I'll put you in touch with her. Beautiful spirit and absolutely phenomenal work. And I can't even tell you how it smells. I'm going to go ahead and light it. All right, I'm going to share it with you in this moment. Let's go. Let's light this candle. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Please be with me and be with all of us. Anyone who comes across this video, please allow them to receive the blessing of fire, of passion, of vitality, of renewal, of the desire and the confidence and the willpower to go forward in their lives and live their highest purpose. All right, amen to that. All right, so we're going to set that over to the side. Now I'm going to start putting down these cards. I have not seen them. I was led to, no, I take that back. 2 days ago, I was led, Spirit had me pull out a bunch of decks. There's a bunch of decks here. And I was thinking about full moon in Leo, and I was just led, intuitively to the cards that were going to relate to that, to the messages that you were going to need. At that point, I turned the cards over, I shuffled them, and I put them away 2 days ago. All right. So now what I'm going to do, which I have not seen, these cards are going to come down in 3 piles. You will pick number 1, 2, or 3. That'll be your choice for the pick a pile. I will put the timestamps down below. You might want more than one. You might want all 3. All right, let's hit it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Spirit, these messages are on how to heal the heart and light our fire. 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 All right, we came out to an even number. Perfect. And then the last thing I'll do before I close out is I will share for you the stones that they recommended for you all. So let me put that right there. I don't forget. All right, pile 1, 2, or 3. We're going to go in now on pile number 1. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. All right. Own your power right out the gate. Own your power. You have the lioness. I'll show all of these to you. Let me get them on the table. You have Thekla, the prophetess of true power. Remembering, I know who I am. Cultivate the divine masculine. A sense of lightheartedness. We were talking about playfulness. The heart. I carry a cathedral within me. Woo! Reclaim your power, courage, navigate with heart. And in tarot, we have the Judgment card and the 8 of Wands. Healing the heart and lighting your fire. I'll say this. This is really hitting me in terms of healing the heart. This actually comes up as the heart. I carry a cathedral within me. You heard me say that as I was pulling them up, revealing the cards. Okay, that stands for, and look at that. Reminds me of maybe it is St. Patrick's Cathedral in New York. It's a incredible place for those of you who've been there or thinking about going there. All right, I carry a cathedral within me. That is it. So think about that in terms of your heart space. The cathedral of your heart. What does that mean? That talks about your heart being your sacred space, your heart being the place where, ooh, look at how, I just want to show you how this candle, okay? I mean, here for it. So I wish I had a different setup behind me. I could keep it so that you could see it the whole time. But it is dancing in the background and the flame is high. So spirit is here. All right. This cathedral that you carry within you, pile number one, it is saying in terms of healing the heart, part of your key to healing your heart for whatever reason, whatever's going on, and we all have our stories, right? But there is understanding the sanctity of your heart, understanding the power of your heart as a divine, as a connection to the divine. So sometimes when we talk about heartache, when we talk about healing the heart, very often we attach it to all of the circumstances that well, here's why I'm damaged, here's why I have heartache, here's the grief that I've gone through, or the trauma, or the betrayal. So we are really, tuned into tapping into all the reasons why and all of those stories and events in our lives. But what about, and I want to show you, this says up top, love never ends. What about identifying our heart rather than what has happened to it to in our space to damage us? But what about starting to identify more closely with the sanctity of our heart, the sacredness of our heart, the endurance of our heart? That is the one thing from the time we are in the womb until the time it's time to go. It is with us and it beats consistently, rhythmically. It is loyal to us. It is vital to us. So thinking about it as an instrument, as a sacred instrument, I carry a cathedral within me. Moving on. Cultivate the divine masculine. Now notice that it does come up with a lion. I mean, ooh, that ring light is working my nerves. I'm so sorry, you all. One day I'm going to figure out a way to be able to have the accurate lighting and not have that bug you all. Or maybe it doesn't, maybe it's just me. But anyway, cultivate the divine masculine, keeping in mind that for many of us, well, for all of us for that matter, we are male and female chromosomes. We have, we are meant to carry and balance the divine masculine and feminine within us. Masculine being authority, taking charge, taking action, fire element. Feminine being more receptive, creative, nurturing, taking an essence of something and building it to a point that then the divine masculine can come in and say, got it, I will protect it, I will help it stabilize, I will make sure that it is secure. Thinking about typical roles of feminine and masculine. In this day and age, or for that matter, since I've been born, the roles, the traditional roles, after the 50s, things broke apart in terms of what we accepted as defined roles for men and women. These days, men are very often operating in their feminine as well as masculine with, single parents, taking care of a home, gardening, allowing, loving flowers, manscaping. I just love it. Manscaping, going to get mani pedis, the masculine and feminine roles. And of course, women doing it all, bringing home the bacon and frying it up in the pan. So we are very often, we have to work and walk in both roles, but it is cultivating the divine masculine. I think, especially in this time where there is so much, negative masculine energy, where there is a lot of people abusing power, abusing authority. And so cultivating the divine masculine, that too is a part of healing the heart. All right, now remembering, I know who I am. Notice, I love the depiction in this card. Notice the people around her, like she's just sitting there reflecting her light in her space. All kinds of stuff going on behind her. I can't tell whether that's that's a train. That's what that is. That's a subway train. So everybody busy doing, going here and there all over the place. And she's, she settles herself and says, I remember. She's in a stage of remembering. I know who I am. That is a very powerful key. Thank you, Spirit. That is a very powerful key to healing your heart and lighting your fire. Because it is when you know who you are, despite all the things that are going on around you, all of the busyness in the world around you, all of the, people who may seem just tuned out, everybody just doing their own thing. Well, in this instance, the way it doesn't even matter, because she's in that that phase of, I remember, I know who I am. I remember who I am. If you remember who you are in the cathedral within you, how could you not? How could your heart not respond to that, right? How could the healing not start to course through your body? Because you're taking the time to summon it. And notice too, her hand. Where is her hand? Right there. Right there. Do some of that perhaps when, during this full moon in Leo. Take a moment wherever you are, even if you're in a busy area, take a moment and just put that hand over that heart. Both of them even, right? Secure it. Don't worry about who's looking. She ain't worried about who's looking. All right. Thikla, I'm sorry, I'm probably saying this wrong, but the prophetess of true power. I call my power back from all times and all places. I am my own. Remembering who, different decks. Y'all know how I do. Y'all know how I do it. Different decks. And by the way, if you're new here, love it. Thank you. Like and subscribe. Come back. I hope you'll enjoy the content. So here we go. Different decks, same message from Spirit. We just got that remembering who I am. And now we have this prophetess of true power. I call my power back from all times, all karma. So many of us, we get the past life regression, we do the Akashic records, and then we have all of this understanding of why things happen to us the way they do, maybe some of the painful events, but then we use that to identify with those painful events versus incorporating them, integrating them into our psyche to the point that we can heal them, heal the heart, light your fire, and move on with our lives. And here there is this ownership. I own myself. I am my own. Hold that closer. I am my own. And look at her with that lion, and all of that light, divine light, healing light, combining the element of that pink, healing. And I'm going to share some stones with you at the end. But combining those elements to allow yourself to radiate. How do you radiate if you're always looking to what has happened outside of yourself or who has done what to us? How does that turn into us being able to radiate? We got to get there by owning ourselves. And again, you all, I promise you, my word is bond. I was led to pull these cards as messages, but I did not know how they were going to combine in these piles. So these messages are definitely directed to you. I carry a cathedral within me. I am my own. All right. Keep it pushing. I claim my power. Or reclaiming power. Is that what that is? Reclaiming power. Because for many of us, there has been this candle, this candle is doing something. I'm feeling a little unsafe. I'm going to move it over a little bit because my desk is small and it's just like, whoop, whoop, whoop. All right, hold on for me, y'all. Yeah, I'm like, whoa, okay, here we go. All right. I had to put that over to the side a little bit. Mwah. All right, we're going to reclaim our power. There is, for all of the events that happen, when we talk about healing the heart, there are many, many methods, whether it's therapy, going to seek therapy, whether it's meditation. There are so many avenues available to us, and I'm grateful for that. I hope you are too, to explore healing, to discover ways to heal our heart and move on. But essential to all of that is a notion of ownership, and that's a theme that I see coming in this pile. Number one is this sense of ownership and this sense of reclaiming your power. This is how you heal the heart. You heal the heart first by being in gratitude to it, for being loyal, for being your power center, for being the central force of your life. If that don't beat, we're in trouble, right? So being grateful to your heart and not just see it as injured and dinged up and banged around. Reclaiming your power, having the courage to do so. Now, having the courage. Now, if that ain't passionate, I don't know what is. If that doesn't light your fire, I don't know what will. As you reclaim that power, you are ready to move it. Your creations, how you move in the world, how you continue to do what you do, your job, your relationships, your creativity. Everything that you put your hands on, everything that you put your mind to, that you approach it from that space of power and light. The courage, inner strength, and action, trusting yourself, and types of bravery. Having the courage to stand up and be who you are. Leo, proud, strong, able, right? The strength card, even in tarot. I didn't get it here. It may be in one of the other piles, but the strength card, that courage that you have within, and that is a part of what lights your fire, because it regenerates. There is in this full moon in Leo, you all, there's a feeling of regeneration. There's a feeling of having gone through the steps, having gone through the learning, having gone through the ideas of, what do I got to do? And Spirit is saying you got to reclaim your power. You got to treat your body and your heart space like it is a cathedral. It is a temple for the divine. You got to remember who you are, your true essence, not just what happened to you, not just definitions and labels, but who you decide that you are. All right, lioness, let's get to it. Passion. There's that lioness that comes out. That's what you turn into, as you know. And lioness, lioness, not gender specific, but that is what you turn into as you adapt and heal that heart. Then that fire starts lighting within you. Then you are ready to walk out into the world understanding. Notice that Ankh symbol, the eternal life, and the divine, the Ankh symbol representing the divine masculine and feminine coming together. Those polarities, but blending together perfectly. All right. I have navigate with heart. Okay. That's your passion. Moving forward. Once you go through that healing, or as you go through that healing, even, they don't have to be separate and apart. You can walk and chew gum at the same time, right? So as you are doing that, that's that passion, navigating with heart, moving forward with heart, moving forward, navigating with the power that is within you. Head back, shoulders high, chin up, right? I feel like I'm a cheerleader. But really, I hope you're feeling this energy, because I certainly do. Treating life with a sense of lightheartedness, having a pillow fight there, that sense of lightheartedness. And the message on the back says, when's the last time you truly had fun and laughed until your belly hurt and felt like a kid? Remember, Leo is very, very playful, very creative, loves children. And can be a kid. I can be a 70-year-old kid. So some of you, let's do it. Have at least, visually in your mind, maybe have a little pillow fight with your spirit guides. Why not? The new energy will help you let go of pressure to perform and embrace that lighter, heart-happy energy. It'll do you a world of good and fill you up so you can go on and do good in the world. If we're going to live at our highest peak, if we're going to serve our purpose, live our purpose, there it is. We got to make room for it. We got to move the energy around. All right. Own your power. Different deck. Here we go again. Similar message. Own your power, pal, number 1. That is a key to what you are able to develop, what you are able to build. And this is, I even like the artwork here in terms of talking about healing the heart and then blooming from it, because there are experiences, all of us, we don't get out of here with a little heartache, with a little few setbacks and some lessons that we learned, but those things are not meant to define us. We own our power. The cathedral within, that's how you light your fire. That's how your fire gets lit again. And finally, I was led to save these to the end. You have the Judgment card and you have the 8 of Wands in tarot. Notice that the Judgment card here, these are your spirit guides. See that big entity there? And she's merging. She's walking towards it. Or he. We don't do gender. It doesn't matter. But walking towards that energy, walking towards that light, walking towards that fire. Spirit is saying, closing out your reading pile number 1, remember your connection to them. Yes, you have the cathedral within. That cathedral within was built by the spirit team, by the universal forces. You came here with the spark of the divine in you. So that's a part of it, is remembering you are never far away. Come to me, they're saying, come to me here. Spend time with me. Know that I am here for you. And things are moving quickly. talking about Pluto and Aquarius, while we're in this full moon in Leo energy, especially over the next, I would say 6 to 8 weeks, things, number 8 here, by the way, that's relevant. Think about, be ready, be light on your feet, light on your toes, be ready to pivot, be ready to shift, be ready to accept new opportunities, because as you heal that heart, as you understand and reclaim the power of your heart, not the pain of it, not the damage to it, but the power of your heart, the endurance of your heart, the beauty of your heart, the essence of your heart, that is what lights your fire, pile number 1. And things are going to start to happen for you really quickly. That integration, that healing, and then therefore outside events that you're trying to manifest, you'll see them. All right? Got it. Okay. Pile number 2. Let's get your cards on the table. We have the Jackal, Truth. Ooh, aren't you coming in strong? We have the Deer, Power. Ooh. We have Pope Joan, the Pontiff of Possibilities. We have Unapologetic. Ooh, okay. I got some badasses in this group. All right, let's go. We have the Honeybee, Reciprocity, Creativity. Engage your invisibles, working with your spirit guides, your community. You may be in a healing community, teaching, working with groups. Listen to your muse. Okay. Ritual, the 7 of Wands, badasses, I knew it, and the Sun, wow, okay. So the healing your heart, pile number 2, is it really gets a jump start for you all. Listen to your muse and the truth. Those are the 2 cards that really ping me for you. Listen to your muse, the Jackal. Listen to your your truth, and then listening to your muse. Transforming. For you all, and then remember you had ritual. They just brought that to me as well. Ritual. And it says here, stand in front of a mirror, look directly at the beautiful reflection. Tell that person, I love you, I see you, I honor you, I will not abandon you, I forgive you, I value you, and any other things that come to your mind. That is, we overblow ritual, and I've been talking about doing more on this channel. I am a priestess. I've been through a series of different initiations, more to come on that later. But what, and part of what I want to do on this platform and just in general, my purpose is demystify and change the dialogue that we have about terminology and ideas around spirituality and spiritual practices. So when we say ritual, sometimes that freaks people out, especially when you come from, a more traditional conservative background, maybe a Christian church or whatever, and you start talking about rituals and they're like, whoa, 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 wait a minute. It's a danger, danger, Will Robinson. And no, ritual can be standing in the mirror daily and just saying, I love you. I hope you have a good day. Thank you. Thanking your body. Those are, brushing your teeth is a ritual. Taking a shower every day is a ritual. All right. It's hygiene. It's cleansing. But ritual is what you do repeatedly and for effect, to an end for something. So your ritual, pile number 2, is listening to your muse and understanding the truth. There is a fundamental truth that is still at the core of your healing, of healing your heart, of healing some things that perhaps happened in your life that I feel like, because you all are badasses, I get that energy for sure. You may feel like you're past it, and then something happens and it triggers you, and you find yourself getting super emotional or even angry. I feel like for some of you, pick number 2, anger could be how your pain reflects itself. Anger, frustration, shutting down, kind of energy. But it is, and so Spirit is saying, listen to your muse, your higher self. That is because there's something saying to you, the truth of the matter, this Jackal, the truth of the matter is, this really wasn't my fault. Or perhaps it is time for me to take more responsibility around the role that I played I allowed that toxic relationship to go on longer than it should. I stayed in that job knowing that I was being undervalued and underpaid, etc. I have not taken good care of my body, my vessel. I've been lazy about proceeding on these projects that I know Spirit is giving me to do. I have not owned my power in terms of realizing that I too have spiritual gifts. Yeah, there's this chick Afefe online, on here, and yeah, she gets down with those cards. I kind of like it. But guess what? I could probably read some cards myself. If not cards, I can do a pendulum. I can do mediumship. I can do Reiki. I can do crystal work. I can do something because I too am gifted. I love myself. I value myself. Get in that mirror, try that ritual. The power of the deer. I'm feeling some of you may live in a region where you do see deer. And when you see them, you recognize I know there are many areas where when deer are prevalent, they will even put signs on the highway saying, watch out, slow down, watch out for deer crossing. So there is that power of the deer. And if you ever, encounter a deer or understand they are muscular, they are powerful, they are solid, they are incredible, they listen, the power to hear. Thank you, Spirit. For pile number 2, your healing has to do with listening, the power to hear the truth. Listen to your own truth. When you hear it in a dream, in a meditation, through music, through a relationship, a reading that you get, when you hear truth, claim it, hold it, write it down. You have Pope Joan, the pontiff of possibilities. The possibilities are limited because the soul is limitless. The soul is limitless. Think about that. The pontiff of possibilities, the soul is limitless. To heal, you have to accept the idea that the premise that your heart is without limitation. And no matter what experiences you may have had to date, no matter some of you may be currently grieving, going through a grieving process, a sense of loss or major life change, but the possibilities are limitless. Again, for many of us, I think it's just we're wired that way as humans in this 3D world. We tend to latch on to what we have experienced, what we know, what we saw, what was done, who did what, versus what we don't see yet, what we'd like to have happen. We spend this long in prayer and then the next 2 hours in being pitiful or punishing ourselves essentially by reliving what's happened. We latch on to that versus, the seen versus the unseen. And Spirit just brought back to memory, for some of you may not know or know, I was a journalist years ago, newspaper journalist, and I remember I did a story on this one guy, really powerful community activist, and he was helping people who had been fighting drug addiction and in a rehab center. And he said, and this line just stayed with me, I don't know who originally said it, but if you want something you never had, you got to do something you've never done. You want something you never had? Peace, prosperity, healing, passion, soulmate, love. You got to do something you never did. You got to consider what the possibilities are. You got to open yourself up to the possibilities. You got to be friggin' apologetic. Unapologetic for being who you are. Unapologetic for demanding that you be paid what you're worth, that you be treated the way you should be, that you be given respect, that you have fundamental values and certain boundaries that simply you will not allow to have crossed. It says, be yourself, release societal expectations, and be messy. I want to hold that up. I just thought, look, she got her tongue hanging out. She's like, yes, I am who I am, what I am, where I am, when I want to be there. Unapologetic. Very much a key to lighting your fire. You light your fire by being unapologetic. You light your fire by deciding, hey, I don't care if people think I can't sing or dance. This is what I'm about to do. And if necessary, just enjoy it unapologetically in the privacy of your own home. But let it out. Allow yourself. Strike that pose. Men or women. however you identify, or as neither of the two. We got to go with the flow and allow everyone to have their authentic expression unapologetically. That's how you heal your heart and step into and light your fire. Pile number 2, you got the honeybee reciprocity that comes up for you. And this for me says, Spirit is saying, for all the work that you do, worker bees, for all the work that you do, there is reciprocity. There is divine reciprocity. As you go on your healing journey, as you do things and engage in activities to light your fire, Spirit is right there to meet you. And they will send in the 3D world. It's not just you, between you and Spirit. This reciprocity also comes to you from those who will be sent to you, those circumstances, those things, those projects that suddenly take off, or people who come to offer assistance and aid. Remember when we started your reading, one of the leader cards was, don't let pride get in your way. So when someone comes with an offer of help and you need that help and you feel that the vibes are good, you can trust, you've checked in with yourself, you've checked in with your intuition, your third eye, and that person or that situation checks out, hey, worker bees, work together communally. For some of you who chose pile number 2, communities are about to be super important for you. Check it out. You got community there. There is, okay, they're saying hold that up for you just a second longer. All right, heads thrown back equals. There is no me over you. There is no, well, I can do it, but I can't do it as well as others. I'm being very, very honest with you all. I get on here regularly. I've been doing this now on YouTube. I started late 2019, almost 4 years, and I see other people doing spiritual work who are growing phenomenally, and I think, okay, Afefe, is the card thing really what you're supposed to do? I ask those questions. Spirit still continues to say yes. I have to incorporate other things. I have to show up and be and walk in the fullness of who I am, as do you. There is, your community builds you. It supports you. It bolsters you. It is not about having to compare yourself to what anyone else is doing. You healing your heart and lighting your fire is to enjoy the company of others, to enjoy the communities that you partake in, that you grow with, that you are you feel the support, you feel similar vibes, you feel and enjoy similar interests. Very much a part of what's happening for you during this full moon in Leo. And engage your invisibles, pile number 2. Actively engage your invisibles. Engage your spirit team. Engage your ancestors. Engage your soul, your higher self. Recognize that, especially I'm thinking Spirit saying for those of you who have had that really into past life regression, into karmic healing, into the Akashic records, engage all parts of yourself to participate in this time, in the now, as you heal, as you light your fire, as you seek to improve and have and stay positive in the face of very, very chaotic times. All right, so that is very important. Engage your invisibles. Remember, you ain't here by yourself. Even in a quiet, empty room, empty quote unquote room, you are not here by yourself. Engage those invisibles. Don't always rely on the fact that they'll come through, or when you get a reading, or when someone else will come to you and give you a message that validates that you have spirit guides. But it's you engage. Leo, active, fire. You engage your invisibles. You have the right to say, hey, y'all there? Because I'm here. Let's talk. Give me a sign. Show me a feather. Show me a coin. Give me a dream, etc. You know how it goes. And we have the sun. Why wouldn't we, right? Full moon in Leo. We have the sun. We have the success. We have creativity that comes with the sun. That is your passion. That's how you light your fire, pile number 2, through creativity. I would not be surprised if many of you who chose pile number 2 are in fact Leos, or Leo sun, moon, and rising, right? You got some Leo in your chart, or you could just have a lot of fire in your chart, because this is such a playful, beautiful, creative energy, powerful energy that I've seen around you. Notice even that engage your invisibles. There is that emotional component to it, but look at all that fire in there. The fire of spirit. Fire is one of the most spiritual elements, arguably the most spiritual element. All right. So we have that sun there. What you are doing, success is your motto. Success is your motto. Here we have creativity, and it says there's a message on the back. The rise of the feminine celebrates our creative spirit. We talked about the divine masculine in pile number 1, the divine masculine having to do with how to protect what is built, how to sustain what is built, how to secure and have authority over, have a vision for what is built. But the divine feminine is that creative force. It is the force that takes it from the seed of possibility and grows it into something manifest. The rise of the feminine celebrates our creative spirit. When you are creating, no matter the matter, no matter what you do, you are immersed in that beautiful energy. The creative spark is a light in you at this very moment. Where will it take you today? Light your fire. Light your fire creatively. Light your fire through poetry, through crafting, through singing, through dance, through imagination, through vision boarding, through journaling, through free writing, through your psychic development. Use your creativity. That's what lights your fire. That's what lights your fire, pile number 2. That sun, seeing yourself radiate, seeing yourself, reflecting. Yeah, on some level, I'm like, these look a little silly, but then I was like, but look, but the symbolism of it. That's why I wore them. The symbolism of it. The sun, light your fire, right? Allow yourself to recognize that you are a passionate being. You are a spark of the divine. You are, and if for you, it is definitely having that community. I can't emphasize that enough, pile number 2. If you feel that you do not have community right now, if you're feeling isolated, Spirit is saying this full moon in Leo is going to highlight, full moons illuminate, highlight some opportunities for you to connect with others and be brave with it. Show up and know who you are. 7 of Wands. Stand your ground card, bravery card, knowing that whatever resistance you feel, sometimes even that resistance is within. I would, well, maybe I'll look into that next month. I was thinking about that, but I just never got around to it. Time to move. There can be resistance, and you're going to break through that resistance, pile number 2. It is time for you to move on what you are feeling inclined to do, and your movement definitely comes through communities. It comes through, and sometimes I recognize the reality that we live in. Sometimes communities are more virtual now, but the benefit of virtual communities is that they are broader. Years ago, if we were in a spiritual situation, our churches, our metaphysical shops, our new age stores, those were our communities. They were within a certain geographic area where people came together, and that's cool. We need that in person, and we're getting to a place that now we can enjoy more of that, and that's very important. But don't downplay the value of a virtual community, because it gives you worldwide access. It gives you access to a very broad base of people from all sorts of backgrounds, all sorts of experiences, who are coming together around a given topic, a given thing, a given theme. And that is how you build community, and that is how you heal your heart and light your fire, pile number 2. All right? We're going to move on now to pile number 3. Time for a sip of coffee. All right, pile number 3. You have temperance, strength. I knew it was going to come for somebody. Strength being ruled by Leo in tarot, the strength card. All right. So again, those of you who were drawn to this pile, and you might be drawn to pile number 2, I feel very strongly many of you are Leos, sun, moon, or rising. You may have someone Leo in your life, a parent or a child. Someone Leo or fiery energy in general plays a large role in your life. Encourage effortlessness. You have the sun, shine. You have strength. Strength again. Wow, 2 forms of strength. Thank you, Spirit. You have your true self. Soul work. I am in the service of love. The tiger. Ooh, willpower. Ooh, y'all are strong. Or you are tapping back into strength that you forgot you had. Confidence. The dove. Spirit speaks through the body. Some of you are either you work in healing modalities, excuse me if I can speak, modalities through the body, or you will be led to do so. So like yoga, tai chi, qigong, other things where what happens in the body is a reflection also of the spirit. You have the goddess Brigitte, goddess of the eternal flame. Why not? Why not? And you have the peacock, prosperity. Okay, now. Yummy. All right, let's get to some healing and then we'll get to lighten that fire. So, here we go. Soul work. I am in the service of love. And it's got that lion on there, no less, and that couple in the back. And what I love about that, the gender of those, I mean, you could assign gender, but not necessarily. This is about humanity. This is about the divine masculine and feminine as it exists and resides in all of us. Okay? So, that soul work. For you, healing the heart is a mission. It is a purpose. It is a calling. I think many of you who were drawn to this pile number 3, you are definitely healers. You are healers. You are magicians. You are wizards. You are psychics. You are mediums. You are masseuses. You are craftspeople. You are artists. You bring things into existence and you engage with people in a way that makes them better. But to do that, you also have to do the soul work to keep yourself tuned up. That's what I'm feeling overall. I can say already coming into this deck, you're to heal your heart and thereby light your fire, pile number 3. It is an extension of what you already do or what you are already being called to do. It is remembering to how are they saying it? It's remembering to peel a little bit off the plate for yourself while you are so busy giving it to the world at large and helping the world at large. I've got temperance and strength, 2 major arcana that came for you. All right. Now we talked about strength being a card ruled by Leo. It is a card of courage. It is a card of endurance. It is a card where your character has been built from life experiences, some of them not so good, from struggle, from deciding, for many of you, if you are in the healing arts or if you are entrepreneurs in business for yourself, if you are retired and thinking about what else you still want to do because you have gifts and capabilities and talents, this is strength is saying, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Don't take your past and go, okay, that's it, that's that, it's done. You are meant, your healing is an act of incorporating and integrating what has happened in the past. That came for pile number 1 as well. You might want to cross-check that. It is the healing that comes in temperance. Temperance is able to take the good with the bad, the bitter with the sweet, and combine it into good medicine. It is able to take different points of view, different experiences, the highs and lows, the Western medicine combined with homeopathic medicine, and then using the two to find what works. That sort of example. So for you all, your character, healing your heart is a process of your endurance. The heart endures. The heart believes. Many of you are romantics. I just heard that. Many of you are romantics at heart. And so it's been difficult. Sometimes you may even feel like, I ain't doing it no more. Because when the heart hurts, when we go through heartache, betrayal, loss, some of you may have lost a loved one, divorce, even other things that happen. And so the heart takes a hit. But the heart endures. And don't let that passionate side light your fire. Don't let that passionate side of you be impacted or buried away or put up in a box somewhere, in a metaphysical box somewhere, because your power lies in your ability to express it. You got strength in another card. You are very, very strong, pile number 3. And I want to read, it has a message on the back. It says, what do you do best? What do you love doing? How do you impact others in a positive way? These are your strengths. Go deep inside to find who you truly are and make the decision to honor and embrace that beautiful, amazing light. Don't like what you see? Change it. Okay? Change it. Make sure. Tap into your ability. Change it. Temperance is a card of alchemy. Again, as I said, it takes a little of this and a little of that. It takes water and fire, and it makes something else with it. It is gumbo. It is spiritual gumbo sometimes, but it is gumbo that is meant to ultimately taste good and be more flavorful than if one ingredient had been taken by itself. That is your strength, pile number 3. You know how to do this. I feel that strongly. You know how to do this. I have here, encourage effortlessness. Spirit is saying for many of you, look at her. Look at that spirit. That's you. Standing on top of that lotus flower, no less, having risen out of mud. This is, for many of you, you know what that mud is about. Healing the heart to light so you can get to a place of light in your fire. You know what that mud is about. You know what the ugly is. You've been exposed to it. You've seen it, and you grew out of it. That is what the lotus does. And when you grew out of it, you weren't done growing. It's not like you just stood up out of it, but then you grew your wings and noticed the color of those wings. Citrine, carnelian, the colors of fire, the colors of warmth. Encourage effortlessness. Because the lotus does not struggle. That is another thing of the symbolism of the lotus flower. The lotus doesn't struggle or fight its way up out of that mud. The lotus simply blooms and blossoms out of the mud. So what Spirit is saying here in a practical way is using pile number 3, using some of those experiences to heal your heart effortlessly. You don't have to struggle and scream and cry your way through it. You can actually accept that it is what is done, and now I want to move on. I want to move on. I'm ready to incorporate those experiences. It's built my character. It's built my perspective. It changed my perspective, and now I want to bloom effortlessly. I don't even have to struggle to do it. I just wake up. I woke up this way, right? I wake up to it. Sun, shine. That is your healing. You are a healer. I keep hearing for you all, pile number 3. You are the healing. You are the healing. You are it. I need to be sitting up next to you. You are the healing. The Spirit speaks through the body. So the sunshine, light, passion, illumination, full moon in Leo, illumination, motivation, and don't dim your light for anybody. Shine on. That is your healing. Your healing is to show up and stop making excuses or stop worrying about what the judgments are going to be if you show up. You don't have to worry. I'm not the best at what is the best? Who determined what the best was? Who said so? Right? Show up. Show up as you. That's it. And who's supposed to receive it will receive it. And you, in turn, that's what lights your fire. You have a right to light your fire in this lifetime. The dove comes for you. Spirit speaks through the body. Now, I saw that, I mentioned that as I flipped that over, and it says the body never lies. See that message right there? The body never lies. Spirit speaks through the body. Pay attention. And again, that's why I think many of you are healers, because temperance is very much a card that will come in matters of health, in matters of healing and health and actual physical, taking the medicine, doing the work, having the surgery, recovering from the illness, dealing with, making that disease go away, addressing the symptoms of the dis-ease that can lead to disease. All right. That's what temperance does. And here, this is you getting in touch with your body, the dove, paying attention to your body. Spirit speaks through the body. So having that ability to, many of you channel, whether or not you realize it, you've been channeling or you are channeling, you have the gift of channeling. Your intuition is incredible. And it comes from your ability to incorporate the medicine, to find your medicine, to create your medicine. When I say medicine in this sense, I mean the thing that you have that makes others better, that makes you better, and by extension, others better. You are able, it is your medicine. Tarot, to do sort of a loose relationship. Tarot is my medicine. Oracles are my medicine. I am able to use, that is the medicine, that is what I use to interpret for others and bring to you so that it hopefully helps you if you feel something from it. What's your medicine? What's your medicine, pile number 3? Because that's what's going to make you shine, and that's what's going to light your fire and heal your heart. We have Brigitte, the goddess of the eternal flame. I am an eternal flame, and each day my light grows brighter. Each day my light grows brighter. Pile number 3, your work is an eternal flame. Your life, your soul is an eternal flame, sure. But your work is the flame that fuels you, that fuels your life essence, your healing, your heart. Doing what is in service to others and doing the healing work and creating medicines. I'm feeling your artwork. If you are an artist, your artwork is medicine for many people. When they watch it, when they look at it, when they absorb it, when they vibe with it, it goes into their soul. It is medicine. It is not just the colors on a canvas or the fabrics that got woven together or the books that got written. It is medicine. It goes into people. And Brigitte is here to testify to that, to witness to that and say, yes, the goddess of the eternal flame is with you, pile number 3, because you are the eternal flame. And the work that you do is meant to join that eternal flame. And so that I'm seeing like a bonfire, I got my fire, you got yours, it's got yours. Let's all, throw it, but get the big steel gallon, steel container, and let's throw some stuff in there and light it up together and make an even bigger fire in our community, in our larger communities, in our spiritual communities. That's what happens here. You got the goddess energy coming through. Each day my light grows brighter. Each day as you apply yourself to your craft, to actually taking your ideas and putting them from ideas into motion, that's what happens. You have willpower. The tiger comes. Let's go. Yeah, if you know me or you've been around me, that's one of my favorite sayings. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's do it. What are we sitting around waiting for? Full moon in Leo. Fire, action, pride, confidence, healing, passion. The tiger. Let's go. And there is here in terms of energy that's being offered to you. I want to hold that up. See all of her arms? I forget the name of that goddess. But there is, as you move, the tiger for some of you could be your spirit animal or spirit totem. You could be, even in terms of, if many of you are cat owners or you love cats and you see your cats as miniature versions of a wilder version of that raw power of a tiger or a lion, etc. Lion, Leo the lion. That's what's happening here. It's shown up for you and it's saying pay attention to your animal medicine as well. Medicine is your jam, pile number 3. Medicine is your jam. You create it. If you don't actually create it, you know something about or can know something about how to use it. Mixing certain herbs, which teas are better for the body to help certain ailments, lower the blood pressure, etc., cholesterol, etc. There is something in you that understands the healing arts and knows how to create that medicine. Think about that. That message is coming through very, very loud for you. Your true self, connect to soul. And heed your inner guidance and purify your energy. Because you are so, I'm hearing the word radically tied to the healing arts. Radically tied to the healing arts. All right, I ain't going to question it. Radically tied to the healing arts. That's what I said. That's what I got. That there is, remembering to take care of yourself, your true self. And heeding your inner guidance. But part of what you do is you purify energy. You use sage. You use candles. You use incense. You use crystals. Or you will. You may feel, I always thought about that, but I just didn't know. Full moon in Leo. Let's go. Time to go. Heal your heart and find your passion, pile number 3. Because there is that. In the healing arts for you, heal you and heal others. And it fascinates you. It lights your passion. It fuels you. It lights your fire. The more you learn, the more you want to know. The more you see evidence of what works, the more you say, okay, well then if that works, I could probably try this or that. There's so much ahead of you. You have prosperity. The peacock. Spirit is saying if you follow your, not if, we're going to claim it, as you follow your divinity, as you follow this incredible light that is inside of you, this incredible strength that you embody, pile number 3, as you show up and show out and shine on. Ooh, say that again. Show up, show out, and shine on, pile number 3. That's what you are all about. But as you do that, it leads you to prosperity. It's not about, again, with Leo, there's that caution to ego. Some people can, sometimes that energy, if it is damaged in some way, if it's operating in shadow, it can come across as very, very egotistical. But the peacock shows out for beauty. The peacock shows out because the peacock's like, look, this is what I do. This is why I'm here. This is why I was created. It's why I am a distinct species. Pile number 3 as well. Peacocks could be peacock feathers. Could be very lucky for you. You might want to think about that, meditate on that if that pings you. But there's something about the peacock being not just it does bring prosperity for you, but as a totem, as an aid to you to remember to show up, to remember to be beautiful, take good care of yourself. Put on the cologne, wear the nice clothes, put on the nice set of pajamas, even if you're just sitting around the house. There's something about, there is a word, peacocking and, the Vogue modeling and such and things like that. There's a thing called peacocking because you show up and you spread those feathers and you're like, yep, you saw me do what I did because that's what I do. It's what I was created to do. And finally, your last card is confidence. Confidence, pile number 3. Do not, as you tap into your confidence, it says here, take up space, peacock. Peacock looks like this, and then it spread, or like this. They're pretty big birds. It spread, and then it spreads those, and it goes out. It can go out 5-6 feet. And, for the mature adults, right? Take up space. And what do people do? Back up and stand in awe. Shine, pile number 3. Take up space. Love yourself. Be you. You are worthy. Heal your heart and light your fire, pile number 3. You're worthy. And you were brought, more so, I loved all the piles. I always do. I love this work. But there were distinct energies in each pile. And this pile number 3, the distinct energy here is definitely that you are meant to do the healing arts, and you're meant to do the healing arts through the body, through some sort of body movement. I'm drawing back to that. Spirit speaks through the body. That is a part of what assists you and aids you to heal your heart and light your fire. That's how it happens for you, through the body. Exercise, warming the body, replenishing your cells, and definitely the study of healing arts, the healing hearts. The study of healing hearts, why not? But actual medicines, herbs, teas, animal medicine, crystals, things that you can incorporate into your practice that will then help the body thrive. Very important for you. All right, so that's it. And finally, Spirit gave me some stones to share with you all as we deal with this full moon in Leo. We have Tiger Eye for balance. I'm just going to go quickly. We have citrine for manifestation. We have calcite for spontaneity, playfulness. We have carnelian for action. We have sunstone for leadership, being a leader in your field. We have zincite for creation. We have rhodochrosite, the child within, healing that heart, right? Rhodochrosite. And we had finally topaz for intention. All right? All right, everybody. This what felt beautiful to me. I hope it was helpful to you. If you are, a couple of things, and I will post it below. I do have a tarot course that I have taught recently, a workshop. The modules for that, so just the videos, no Zoom sessions, but the modules for that, I do have saved on a separate playlist, a private playlist. And I've decided, Spirit's led me to offer those for sale. So I'm going to do a bundle. I will make an announcement of that, or I may just put something down in the description box below for those of you who who might want to purchase, and I can send you, if you decide to do that, you'll email me, you'll send the payment on PayPal, and then I'll send you the the YouTube links that are related to those. Okay. Also, if you want to know more about me, visit my website, www.trulytouchedbytarot.com. That is also where you can book a private reading with me online. All right, you all enjoy this full moon in Leo. All right, heal your heart, spend time with it, be grateful for it. Sit in gratitude. Your heart is the bomb diggity, man. It's doing what it needs to do from the time you were conceived, and it will do so until the time that it says, we good. Long, 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 long time from now. All right? So enjoy this full moon Leo energy. Light your fire. Enjoy your life. And I'll talk to you real soon.